least not my feet. I also saw this larvae of a ladybug. That's the leaf that is shaking, not me. And right next to it was a ladybug, with an itchy butt apparently. But let's get back to our ecosphere. I tried to collect some more soil, which was easier said than done. But eventually I got it and put it nice and cleanly in the jar. The second step is to collect water, and that is already the last step. There are so little, even I can remember them. Damn it, I forgot about step 3. Put water in the jar. Now we may be done. The water in this jar will clean up in the next few days. It's almost time to take it home, but not before. Mission. I ended up with 5 mosquito bites, 7 ant stings or bites, and there are probably 3 ticks latching onto my balls right now. But was it worth it? Hell no. But at least I already saw some movement in the bottom of the jar. This is a water scorpion, and later in this video I'm hand feeding it. Let me be clear, I'm not feeding it my hands. I don't want you to be disappointed when you get to that point. 2 days later, the jar has cleared up. It looks like there's not much movement, but there is life inside. Let's take a closer look. Of course, just my luck. Stupid mosquito larvae. It is scraping off the algae that is growing on the jar. But it looks like it's got a friend. That is a shrimp. Let's see where it's going. No, it is having a squirt. It is filtering the water for detritus and organic matter. That is what they do. I saw something else moving too. The shrimp was also interested. I have no idea what this is. I'm not a biologist. Oh wait, I am. It looks like some kind of ostracod, but I'm not sure. Shrimps better get into hiding because there are predators on the move. And it is not our apex predator, the water scorpion. Some of you are not going to like this one. This is a leech. Is there anyone else that kind of find this fascinating? Or are you normal? But don't worry, they are harmless. That is a scorpion that's good by the way. This one is looking around for something to eat. Guys, zip up your pants because it wants some shrimp. This one is getting close. Run, shrimp, run. Swim. This one was lucky it's inside on the track. Now would be a very good time for that shrimp to get out of there. Or you could get closer to the predator, like in plan. I think this shrimp got a dead one, because what he's about to do is not very smart. That one is lucky to escape with his life. Leave a like for this badass. I guess the leech was too busy imitating an elephant's trunk. But I'm probably the only one that thinks it looks like that. Since the shrimp escaped, he's looking for something else to eat. And I finally spotted something I did know. This is Asalus aquaticus, or freshwater isopod. I'm such a great biologist for knowing this. As you can see, there isn't too much life in this jar, and I think I know why. This is because of our apex predator, which is something to feed later, but it's because of these animals we saw swimming in the pond earlier. These are water boatmen, and they are the loudest animals around the side. They can produce up to 99 decibels by, and I shit you not, rubbing their penis against their abdomen. That explains why there are so little animals in the jar. I wouldn't want to live with an animal that is making sound like a jar either. For the guys out there, don't even think about it, it doesn't work. But let's get back to our apex predator. This water scorpion is too big for the jar, so I'm giving it a tank for its own. I'm also probably going to release it in a few weeks. Most of these animals overwinter on land, so I don't think it's a great idea to keep them in a tank. What do you guys think? Water scorpions are also called toe biters because they often bite people's hands. They bite toes. It would be a stupid name otherwise. And I'm saying bite, not sting, because that thing on its back is a breathing tube, not a stinger. They get you with that thing on your face because they don't like putting their breathing tube on people's feet, which is understandable. I'm going to use this whole tank for a water scorpion. I agree, it looks nasty. It has been outside in collecting rainwater for a while. This means that the motion of the water and the bacteria inside will be similar to the part where the water lives. That is why I'm only replacing for the water scorpion and for each other apparently. Okay, these are being fed to the water scorpion first, giving them a taste of their own medicine. The water scorpion needs some plants for oxygen and hiding space. They are ambush hunters. This means they hide and basically wait until the food swims in their mouth. I tried this once, unfortunately it doesn't work. Water scorpions also like to spend some time on land. That is why I'm also giving it a big stone, some sticks, and some wood to rest on. Close up of my hand. Nice. Last but not least, some duckweed. It's got best of both worlds, ducks and me. Nope, not good. I managed to separate the water scorpion. This really is the apex predator of the pond. You will see a demonstration in a minute. They even can eat fish, and some of them are even able to catch snakes. I hope it likes its temporary home. I let him settle in for a few hours and then it was time to feed him. Feeding him with mosquito larvae, I think nobody is going to feel bad for that. Doesn't it look cute while it's sucking its spray dry? Of course, it hasn't eaten enough with such a small larvae, so I'm feeding it something else. A fly. It looks like it's still hungry. It is now paralyzing the fly, and then it eats it. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. No, don't do that. That sounds really stupid. Just like if you enjoyed the video, and otherwise, don't. Don't click off yet. Please watch the video in the end screen. Thank you to everyone that watched, and thank you to all patrons. Every new patron gets a spirit animal. I think you'll like this video next. This is what the terrarium looked like 1,000 days ago. I haven't opened it since. And this is what it looks like today. Now sit back and relax, because you're about to watch a video about the jar of dirt. Hey, you clicked on it, this is on you. I'm also gonna show how I built the terrarium. And I'm also going to explain how it's possible that plants and animals can survive in a sealed jar for over 1,000 days. But first, we gotta go back to day 1. What you see here is an idiot thinking he's doing an awesome job filming a jar he just made. Luckily for all of us, 200 days later, I was already a lot better at filming. Just kidding, still an idiot. I lost a lot of footage of the jar, that is why there is a time skip of 200 days. And as you can see, the plants have grown a lot. There was also a slug in the jar back then, but I haven't seen that one in a long time. On day 365, I thought it was a great idea to walk backwards while filming. Turns out, it wasn't. But on day 1000, I found the secret formula of filming jars. Walking sideways. If you think this just turned into a jar full of grass, you would be completely... you would be kinda right. But there is much more to it than that, I promise. Because here is another plant. Whoa. If you look closely here, you could see some animals moving, but I'll show those later. First, we need to take a look at some goo, and I know you guys would love a close-up of that. You're very welcome. These are algae mixed with water, and they give this part of the jar a swamp-like appearance. As for the most important plant in this jar, of course it's moss, because as they say, once you add moss, you are the biggest boss. Yeah, no one says that. Now to see the animals, we need to go to the dark side. That was way too dramatic. This is just the other side of the jar. And in this shot, you can see about 100 animals. These are springtails. They actually aren't considered insects anymore. They have no wings, unlike most insects. And they have internal mouth parts. They help keep this terrarium healthy by decomposing organic matter. They occupy the more